What's happening? My name's Samuel Leeds, and many of you that know me will know that I don't just invest in the UK. I also invest in many countries across the world, and I'm investing right now in Ghana. And I wanted to introduce you to my good friend, Mr. COD.
Yes, sir.
Real estate developer, investor, and consultant for property in Ghana.
That's spot on.
Man, it's good to sit with you, my brother.
Good to see you. I think the last time I tried to catch up with you before you leave Ghana, that was the first time in Ghana, yeah?
Yeah, it was my first time, and I messaged you. I was like, we need to meet, man. I wanted to pick your brain.
Yeah. I think I saw the message late when I texted you at the airport, and you're about to just get up. But it's good to see you. I think it's perfect.
Yeah.
The timing is right now.
Yes.
And let's do it.
What do you think about what I'm doing in Ghana?
What you're doing in Ghana is exceptional, because in 2019, the government of Ghana actually opened up the borders to everybody from the diaspora.
Yeah.
So that's where the energy of the country is actually geared towards, that we get more people from the diaspora, from the US, from the UK, from other European countries, everybody anywhere in other parts of the continent, to drive back home and get to experience what we have here. And just like you said that love or a wedding brought you here, and the real estate did what?
Kept me here.
Real estate kept you here, because our market is still at that stage, and it's good you came in now. And I love one thing about you. I need to tell you today that you didn't keep the secret to yourself. You look beyond yourself, because usually if you get a good restaurant or you get good food or a good deal, you just want to have everything to yourself. But you aren't that guy. You're opening up and telling everybody, look here, the market is ripe. This is the right time for you to bring your money and bring your finance and bring your portfolio into Africa. And Ghana is definitely that one spot that you need to be in. So what you're doing here, salute.
I appreciate you so much. I'm invested in many different countries across Africa, and many countries in Africa, they won't let you buy a property. Unless you're partnering with somebody and you're giving them 51%, you can't do it. The laws don't allow it.
You need to just own it.
Yeah,
like that.
But in Ghana, it's so straightforward.
Very straightforward. It's welcoming, like even to the point where currently, if you're a Ghanaian living in the diaspora, the government has allocated lands that you can get access to for free. Read my lips. Free. Free lands. All you need to do is to come back, tell them that you are Ghanaian, you were being in the US or in the UK, and you're back home and you want to settle. Go to the diaspora office, show all your documents, and you can get a free land. Yes, I'll send you links to that. It's free.
So you have to be Ghanaian.
You have to be Ghanaian.
So the question is, how do I become Ghanaian?
Now you need to be a Ghanaian now.
I need to be a Ghanaian.
It's easier because you've got like the Ghanaian energy. When I see you on Instagram, on YouTube, and every time I see Samuel, I'm like, this guy's African, man.
I am, bro.
Yeah,
I'm African. I'm Zimbabwean.
I know.
But I met my wife at a Ghanaian wedding. So Ghana will always have a soft spot for me. And when I'm here, I do feel at home. If I came to you and I had £100,000, which is about $120,000, and I said, right, I've heard you, Mr. COD.
What you want to do now?
I've heard about how Ghana is a great investment area.
Yeah.
How?
Okay, so for me, it's, first off, I'm going to say, bring that money to me and let me spend it. That's just by the way, though. So we'll start with a questionnaire. So I ask you different questions just to understand what kind of investment you're looking to do. I want to ask you now, so sit properly. You're in an investment meeting.
Yes,
this is money. Great. So what form of investment are you looking to do? Real estate investment?
Yes.
Okay. Are you looking to move your whole family into Ghana?
I'm not even Ghanaian.
You're not even Ghanaian?
I'm British. I'm white.
You've got the money and you just want to put
I went on holiday one time. I got excited. I watched Samuel's YouTube video. I watched Mr. COD.
I'll just tell you one thing about a country like Ghana. We're rich in minerals. And so you have a lot of international companies coming in here like Deloitte, like PwC, like EY, and all these guys definitely need some spaces for their international executives, both senior and junior executive. So your first point of call is an apartment. You need to invest in an apartment, and I'll tell you why. If I get you an apartment in Cantonment So currently I'm mentioning the areas that are like residential A. When I say residential A, these are prime locations.
Yeah.
So Cantonment, there's Labone, there's Roman Ridge, there's Airport. If you bought just a studio or a one bed, which you can currently get a studio for 100 grand or $120,000. Once you get that, you can rent that for $1,500 to $2,000, depending on the furnishing and which agency is handling it for you. You can get between $1,500 to $2,000 every single month. And I was specific with the units, that studio and one beds, because these international organizations, every 3 months, every quarterly or biannually or annually, they move their staff around.
Yeah.
So they don't want to get a bigger space. They are not looking for a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom. That's for a family size. But for a studio and a one bed, even if every quarter these companies are not coming to you and you're just running Airbnbs with this ones, every day people are looking for spaces.
Okay, so if I've got 100,000,
yeah,
you're probably going to say, get a 1-bedroom apartment.
Get a 1-bedroom apartment.
Rent it out.
Rent it.
And get like what's the yield on that going to be? About 10% maybe?
Yeah, you're looking like 10 to 12%.
10 to 12%.
Yeah, ROI, yeah.
What's your prediction for the capital appreciation? What do you think if I bought? No one knows.
Yeah,
right? No one knows.
But you can have it like a projection.
Yeah, we've got an election coming up.
Yes.
I know even right now, people are a little bit apprehensive, especially Ghanaians. They're a little bit apprehensive about who's going to be in power. I'm praying it's going to be cheddar cheese. He's my guy. I'm going to vote for him. My wife's going to vote for him. I'm going to force my kids to vote for him.
If we are to pinpoint one of the people who are actually changing the landscape of real estate in Ghana and the landscape of Accra, Cheddar is one of the names.
So now,
number 1 Oxford Street.
There's 2 reasons that I need to become Ghanaian. 1 is to get some free land, and 2 is to vote for Cheddar. What do the Ghanaians think of Cheddar? What do they think of him?
I think Cheddar is a person, people love him. Yeah, for the iconic stuff he's created. Yes, of course, like you said, you have a bit of haters and enemies on the sites, but that's their personal. But for me, assessing Cheddar as one individual, Nana Kwame Bediakon, he has really fought a good fight.
Yeah.
And he has shown to the youth people like me that it's possible for you to actually come from nowhere and then just gravitate up like that. And so that's one thing I appreciate about him. And also as a real estate person, every single development Nana Kwame Bediako has brought to the market is top notch.
I've been round them. Right?
Yeah.
He showed me round his
all the estates and everything.
And I was just like, wow.
And you loved it.
He made me feel so inadequate. By the end of the meeting, I was just like, damn, I need to. You know, that's the thing though. When you hang around successful people, when you spend time with people that are doing better than you, it pulls you up.
It pulls you up. Yeah, that's true.
So, Ghanaian market. What are your predictions? What are you saying? If I invested 100, because I've got properties out here now.
Yeah.
If you got like one of these studios or 1-bedroom apartments, you're talking about 120 grand. Yeah, you're going to get 10, 12% yields. The market's quite volatile.
Yeah.
Where do you think things are going in the next 5, 10 years?
So this is where things are going. See, I'll give you an example, a perfect example. I think that as 2-3 years ago, we had like Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey came to Ghana and I was one of the few people who were contacted. And he had like a perfect description of the property he wanted. So he wanted like a penthouse with a private elevator. So he can just he only has access to the elevator. And then the whole floor should not have any neighboring units around it. So it's like a penthouse just taking the whole floor.
He wanted to buy it?
No, to live in for the period where he was in here. He was shooting the whole production for his TV series, and we didn't have it at the time. So what I'm trying to drive at is the demand and supply curve. Currently, you can get more money from investing now because when you come in the demand and supply curve, there's a lot of demand, but the supply to meet it is not really there currently. And so for those who are quick investors like you and myself, who have actually bought into the market now, you can charge certain prices. But 4-5 years from today, as an investor, if you don't look at the market now, I'm seeing that state of we hitting that equilibrium where things are going to stabilize and it will be a good market. But when it comes to rental income, there'll be a bit of problems in there. Yeah, that's what the projections when it comes with Airbnbs and all, that's what I'm looking at. But for somebody who's looking to be a property investor, in the next 4-5 years, you're going to make millions from the Ghanaian market. You know why? Because 3 weeks ago, McMill made a tweet and he says that he wants to move to Ghana, and he wants to be Ghanaian, just like you said. Ghana as a country is beginning to attract all these eyeballs. Then imagine 4 or 5 years from now when the landscape has really turned around.
Yeah.
It's going to get a lot of people coming in.
That's happening.
Yes.
Even when I last came 18 months ago, I can see there's apartment blocks, there's things that are being built.
It's just coming up.
And when people think, some people listening to this might never have been to Ghana, they may never have been to Africa.
Yeah.
And they might think they come to Ghana and it's just going to be all
trees,
trees,
monkeys and all that.
Desert, nothing going, mud huts.
No.
But actually it's extremely developed.
Beautiful.
There's, the hotel that we're in right now.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
I'm paying 4,500. Right.
That's good money though.
That is for 3 nights.
Wow.
But that's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's some good money.
So then this hotel, which is only 10 minutes from where I'm investing in the apartments and stuff that we're doing, the fact that they can demand that kind of money.
Yeah.
And we had to book it in advance.
Yes, you have to. You can't just walk in here. I don't think that even with the walking, you're guaranteed to get a space in here. It's always
more expensive than most of London.
Yeah, but anybody who wants to really invest in Ghana and Africa, like the point I made earlier was not to scare people away, but it's to tell people to invest now. Because as a property investor, you need to understand the times.
But now the market has dipped a little bit, and also interest rates are quite high. So presumably you're not getting mortgages.
You're not getting access to mortgages, no.
No. Because it's too high.
Yeah, it's
what
too
are you talking,
high.
10%?
No. Property, in terms of interest, we're talking about 23%.
Oh my
Not 10%.
goodness.
23%.
You can't be getting a mortgage at 23%.
And it's not just getting a mortgage. It's not that easy to get access to a mortgage facility.
Got to jump through hoops.
Yeah, we've got even a peg. I think the highest currently the market can give to you is about 250,000 USD.
I'll tell you something about that though. If interest rates in a few years' time drop to 10% or 5%, which they might,
definitely
the market would double.
It will.
Because suddenly now people are like, oh, I'll get a mortgage. So now if you've got a position where you can buy with cash. So my thoughts would be, if you want to invest in Ghana, would be come to Ghana.
Yeah, you need to.
Come on a research holiday. Meet people like yourself. And go around and see the opportunities and get to know the areas and make sure you've got connections.
Yeah.
And then maybe partner with somebody, or how do you make money? That's what I want to know.
Okay, so for me, I have partnered with people from different parts of the world because of my YouTube channel where I show properties. And then because people have come to that place where they understand the depth of my knowledge, they're like, look here, like you are advising people what it's in the market. And I tell them that we don't have the £1 million and the $1 million, but with your 200 grand, your 500 grand, your 300 grand, let's go to the developing areas. So there's an area like East Legon Hills, there's an area like Oyarifa, there's areas like Tema Community 25. These are coming up to be like the cantonment, the airports, and the Roman Ridge. Can we go in there? Can we get an acre, 2 of land? People currently are yearning for gated communities. So how many can we put on 2 plots? Okay, we can do 12 units. I have built a strong marketing and sale background. Bro, we don't even need to use the money to build. We secure the land, let's do more marketing. We do more marketing, our 3Ds and everything is ready. We book in-person appointment like this. I put a screen there and I tell the guy that, look here, we're putting this unit, it's going to take us 24 months to complete this. I'm going to give you flexible payment terms because that's one thing you might not get in the Ghanaian market. Our Ghanaian market is cash and carry. You bring the cash, I give you the units.
Yes.
So a lot of people are always looking for the opportunity for payment plan or to spread the payments over a period. So I tell you that it's going to take me 48 months or 24 months to do this particular one. So I'll spread for you. You give me $5,000 for a reservation or $3,000 for a reservation. Pay the 30% after 21 days, and I spread your 70% for you across all the periods.
So what you're doing, because you know the area,
Yeah.
you got connections with builders, your background, what did you study at university?
Civil engineering. So I'm a builder myself.
Right.
We've got projects that we've done. If you go on our Instagram, you'll see them there.
So what you're doing is you're finding land where you know you could build cheap,
Yes.
and then you could double your money almost.
Double. Yeah.
So you're finding the land, you're buying it,
Yeah.
you're then getting investors, and you're saying, look, you give me a bit of money up front. They're effectively almost funding the build.
Yeah.
And then you're giving them a percentage of the profit.
Yeah. Everyone wins at the end of the day. So that's one part. The second part is the brokerage service we run. So people coming in, they're looking for property to rent, they're looking for property to buy, house, apartment, any form of property, even commercial spaces. We've rented commercial spaces out. We've done good deals with international.
You're lucky I'm not Ghanaian.
You would have fought me, yeah?
I would kill you, bro. If you drop me,
You hit me right on spot.
if I came to Ghana, I would mop up, brother.
Quickly, yeah?
I would quickly mop up.
But, you know, Ghana is very small, and the market, like I said, is now hitting that. We were jogging, now we're running. We're not getting into that space where people are getting to understand real estate. A lot of people didn't really understand the nitty-gritties and the little things about the real estate. They are now getting to appreciate it. So it took time to build. We built this brand solidly over 8 years.
I respect that.
So it's
I respect that, man. I respect that.
Yeah.
And it's not easy.
No,
it's not easy.
It's not been an easy journey at all.
What about planning permission? When you buy a piece of land,
We call it a building permit.
is it easy to get that?
Not too easy though.
Have you ever been to the UK?
No.
If you spent a year in the UK, you'd get back to Ghana and you'd say, to get a building permit is easy.
In Ghana?
Because in the UK, bro, the UK.
To get a building permit in Ghana is going to take you about 3 months.
In England, it could take 3 years. Or they might just say no because they just don't like the idea. And you can't bribe them.
Nothing will happen.
Nothing. No amount of money you give them.
Oh.
Whereas in Ghana, can you kind of, push things over
Sometimes, especially when you've built a brand, like to wait for 3 months, you can get a temporary permit to start.
Yeah.
Whilst the permanent one comes in.
Yeah.
But now we've had a lot of building collapse. So people are very reluctant with the whole bribery thing, because if you are the engineer who took the bribe and that comes out and it's under your portfolio, that you signed off this property, you're in big trouble.
Right.
Yeah. So now,
they're stopping that.
Now they're very careful,
That's
especially
good.
with the municipal. Yeah.
Yeah, making it more official.
Last year we recorded the last quarter almost 3 to 5 properties came down, apartments. We're lucky they were on the building stage, so there was no occupants in the buildings.
Right.
Yeah, we didn't have any casualties.
So if you bribe somebody and then a year later they're not happy, hey, that person was bribed, can they reverse it?
No.
Okay, they'll just have to deal with that.
They'll deal with the guy. Yeah, you can reverse it. But
how do you know if you'll be able to get a building permit before you buy a piece of land?
I think that once you've got your drawings, so you need to get 3 drawings. If it's an apartment, you need like 5 different reports in addition to it. So once you're going beyond 3 levels, you get your architectural, your structural, and then you get your 3Ds. Once you have this, for a single family home, maybe a 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom, this is enough. But once you're going beyond 3 floors, once you have this first 3, you need the EPA report. That's Environmental Protection Agency.
Right.
You need the fire service to give you a report. And you also need at least 4 of your neighbors, people around where you're going to build, to look at the design and also sign you off. Maybe it's an area for residential, but you are doing a mixed use facility where you have like a commercial space in there, and they need to guarantee that whatever you're going to do is not going to cause any nuisance to those who are around you. So they also need to sign you off. And then you need a soil test report to say you're doing 15 floors, can the ground contain it? What's the load bearing capacity of the structure as against the land that you're putting it on and all that. So
the thing that I like about your business is you've got your fast pound from being basically like a broker.
The broker. Yes,
right?
That's the brokerage.
So you're
that's
selling
everyday money.
And that's what we do, like deal selling.
Yes.
Do you need a license for that right now?
No, now you don't need, but the bill was passed a year ago. So currently they're working on it to try and get examinations and the licensing. But currently you just coming, social media, Instagram, Facebook, bang.
Right. So you can find deals, package them, sell them to investors, get paid.
And you're getting paid.
Then you can find deals.
Reinvest those money. So that's how I started. It was purely an estate agent. Purely an estate agent. I worked with one of the biggest real estate companies, and I did that for just 8 months. On the 8th month, I told myself, you know what? I can do this thing.
Yeah.
I need to resign now, because what I have learned here, I can do on my own.
Right.
So I resigned from there and I went straight to starting with my own agency. All I was doing was taking pictures and put it on Instagram.
You've never been to England, but what have you learned about English culture from the time that we've spent together?
I think I've learned a lot, and I need to go back and start using my cutlery, because when we went to the restaurant, I was just using my hand and like, you're lucky you're not in the UK. That would have been very rude.
But I'm lucky that we're here in Ghana.
We scheduled a meeting for 4 p.m.
Yeah.
And I go here about 4:10, and you're like, if this is the UK, I'm gone.
Yeah, I'm gone. I ain't waiting 10 minutes.
No. When a Ghanaian man tells you that, my people are going to come after me for this, when I tell you meet me at 3 p.m., at 3 p.m. I'm going to be sitting at home. Because I want you, when I arrive at 4 p.m. in my lateness, you to see me as a big man. You know, I've got a lot of schedule. I'm sorry about it.
If you're investing in a country, you need to understand the culture. And understand how things work, not just the legislation, but also the culture.
The culture of the people and how they embrace it.
But congratulations for branching out, because you're also investing in Nigeria.
In Nigeria, South Africa, we're doing Kenya, Rwanda, and in Dubai.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
What are you doing in Dubai then? What's the model there?
So in Dubai is more like the brokerage, more of the brokerage, because a lot of people, especially in the diaspora, just need that one guy or that one company they can trust. It's just how trustworthy, reliable, and honest you are. That your A is your A, your B is your B. And once they give you money, they trust that you pick that unit that will give them a good return on investment.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing. I go into the Dubai market, I look at everything, and I advise you, like, look here. Dubai is one of the countries where nobody's going to come after you with a knife or a gun.
Yep.
But if you don't know the market, especially real estate well, you're going to be paying for an off-plan property that will never materialize. There's a lot of fraud in there.
One of the things I would say to everyone listening to this is never invest what you can't afford to lose.
Yeah.
If you're making an investment, it always comes with an element of risk.
Yes, there's a risk element.
Don't be borrowing money from your grandma, promising you'll pay her back, and then investing everything and selling your car for an investment property. No. Focus on your business, make money, and then invest sensibly, strategically, and slowly. We were talking about this. We were saying that when you are a desperate investor or a desperate finance raiser, like when you raise finance, what do you show people?
So for me, when I raise finance, like I told you when we were having the earlier conversation, it was just me giving people the lifestyle to make them understand that this one that you are investing in, this is how you can flip it over, and this is how you can like make money out from it.
When you're desperate for money, if you're trying to raise finance and you need it, it's hard to get.
It won't come.
But when you don't need it, like you're able to say...
You need to always appear as if you don't need that money. So I've done deals where I was supposed to get 5%, 3%. I leave that meeting with 1%. But you know what that's done for me? That client brought me about 15 different clients. Because that investment they did hit it.
How much money would you say you've raised in the last year or two?
In the last year or two, we've raised, for a company, we've raised over 2 million USD.
$2 million US. That's incredible.
Yeah, that's incredible.
And in this currency, that's in the billions.
That's billions, That's billions. That's people's money. That's people trusting you to invest for them in the different African countries.
Have you had any celebrities or high-profile people?
Yeah, I've had celebrities do investment with me, bought properties from me. Yes.
And I'm assuming you've got to keep it a bit confidential.
No, we've got like NDAs. That's one of the things that sometimes I wish wasn't there, you know, because once people see that someone is investing with COD or someone is investing in Ghana, it's going to trigger other people to buy.
Rich people sometimes try and be rich quietly.
Yeah.
You are very loud.
Yeah.
You're doing your thing. You're very vocal.
I'm just going.
But that's why you've got a good fast pound business. What were your top tips for raising finance? Because a lot of people watching this might want to even do what you're doing in Ghana, but they might want to do it in UK or in the United States of America or in Canada or across Europe. So how do you raise finance for deals? So
for me, I've always told people, coming from my background, I came from zero. I came from the eastern part of Ghana. It's not as beautiful as your hotel and the environment here. It's outskirts. It's like 4 hours drive from here, where a single mom raised me and all that. I didn't go to the best of schools and everything. So for me, I always tell people property development was the target. But to go into property development, I needed the finance. And that's why I started from brokerage. Brokerage is one of the easy ways to raise finance, people's money, it's commission. All you're doing is looking for the guy with the property and looking for the guy who needs the property, and you are in the middle, connecting them. And once the deal happens, you make some money out of it. I don't know how it works in the UK though, but in Ghana, once you're able to make the deal happen, you get your percentage. No license, nothing. All you do is to create an Instagram, a Facebook, a TikTok, and talk about the property. You don't even need to be in the video if you're scared or you're shy. You can just go shoot in and say, there's a TV, there's your living room, there's your kitchen, there's that, and you'll never know. One of the videos can just go viral and you start getting calls. Like I've got calls from Switzerland, from Australia, from Russia, just sitting on my desk right here in West Africa.
Some of your social media posts have gone real viral.
Real viral.
Well, man, huge respect for everything you've done in Ghana
Thank you.
and across different countries in Africa.